Hello, and welcome back to my channel. For those new here, I am Disco Kitty, the Crappy Crafter. Today, we're going to be working with Sophie and Toffee. However, we're going to be working with only one box, the Pixie box. The prettiest box. As some of you probably already know, anybody who was subscribed before November 1st, Sophie and Toffee are having problems with their elves box. They're having mold issues. I assume it's the big chonky D20 because I already have 2 of the baby dye molds and I don't really see any terrible problem with them. I'm sure they could use a little retooling to make them a little better, but they work the way they are. I don't know about the big chonky D20 though, so we'll see what happens. So, Pixie box it is today. Let's get into it.
Alright, let's see what we get inside. First off is the pamphlet. It shows you everything that is in the box. Next, pretty purple packing paper, the candle holder, the camera, the giant gnome, bows, dried flowers, ornaments, dye, confetti, open back bezels, eyelets, bottles, ornaments, ball chains and a deer ornament, red and green glitter, stickers, shaker film, a nail file. And let's get into actually making the first project, which is going to be the little house shaker mold. We're going to start by using the alcohol ink that comes in the box. Pale yellow and pale green, they're very pretty. You have to make sure to mix it thoroughly unless you want streaks, because that in and of itself is a very pretty thing to do as well. My room is very cold, so I'm going to warm it up a little so it's a little less thick, a little bit more flow. Make sure there is no water in the mold or in the resin, because that will end badly. Pour slowly and gently, torch any bubbles, and then we'll cure. I like this lamp because it ramps up power for the first 99 seconds, and then you can do a couple of different amounts of time for full power. It's a little warm, it's still a little soft, but when it cools, it will harden right up. A little place to put your needle through to add liquid when you're all done. Let's dome the back first. Just using a little UV resin, just like the whole thing is. Using this little pointy tool that actually came with the resin. I'll leave the link in the description below. And again, cure it for 99 seconds on ramp up and then for 3 minutes on full power. And then promptly drop it and try to make it look like I never did. Now it's time for glittery guts. Let's get all the stuff we're gonna drop into this shaker charm. Hollow glitter. More hollow glitter. Even more hollow glitter. Some iridescent purple, blue, shift, pink, beautiful stuff. Some red, blue, green shift stuff. Clean the edges with a little bit of alcohol. Now, don't do this. Don't do that. It just, went everywhere. Luckily they're small, and there weren't many. Do this. Into the hand, and then into the shaker charm. That works a lot better. These float. Not that it matters. I'm not going to be able to put the liquid in. Emily's No Wipe Top Coat is the best to use for this because it doesn't get sticky after it's cured like a lot of top coats. Wait, what did I forget to do? I forgot something. I forgot to measure out the shaker film piece that goes on top. let's do that first. This one is pretty square, so this one's going to be pretty easy to measure out. And then we'll cut it out, and we'll peel it, and then we'll put the nail polish on top. The gel polish, I should say. Top coat, no wipe top coat, works really well. Builder gels and top coats that you have to wipe off with alcohol, they don't work because they always have a sticky film on top, a tacky layer, inhibition layer as they call it. And sometimes if it leaks onto the inside of your mold, then stuff will stick to it and won't shake around, and that's just not pretty. Cure it under the lamp for a couple minutes, up to 3. So pretty. Now I should have put my liquid in right here, but I did not. I thought I would be clever and dome it first. That doesn't go so well for me. It starts really well. Everything's going well. And then I'll realize that I've got a little bit in the hole. I try to scrape it out and say, nah, this is now a dry shaker mold. It's still pretty. And it still works. Blow off the bubbles, and then cure. Just like usual. So, disclaimer. This is not the shaker film that came in the box. I'm not sure why I used this one, but look at it. It domed up kind of weird underneath the heat of the lamp and the curing resin. And it made an interesting texture. And that's okay. And oh look, I ripped my stickers. Anyways, peeling them off and placing them real pretty like. I probably should have done that before I domed as well, because then they would be underneath the top coat. But I didn't think of it. Still. Alright, moving on to the second project. This time we're going to use the little camera mold with the bare face as a lens. And we're going to use some black holographic glitter that we got in the previous box. And I'm going to put that on pretty badly. You'll be able to see right there. Oh, look at that big space I missed. But you know what? It's the resin will be black as well, so you won't even notice. I think this comes out super cute in the end. Probably not the best surface to use the black holographic glitter on because it doesn't really shift when it's on a flat surface, but it gives a nice highlight to it. It's very nice. And then this alcohol ink with the iridescent glitter that came out of Jackie's box. I love that stuff. It works really, really well. You'll be able to see that peek through a little bit, but mostly on the back of it. Pour it in, nice and slow and from a height. They say it helps to pop the bubbles, but I don't know. Cure that up, and then we'll see what we get. You can see the bluish glitter here. It's very pretty. And you can almost see the holographicness. Like I said, it's just a lovely highlight. It comes out really well. We'll dome the back of it using that little silicone pointy tool. Now remember, this tool is super, super soft. It's not hard at all. It has no rigidity. So you can't really poke anything with it. But it works for spreading things out to the edge. Putting the bezel in the resin will help hold it down, and then putting a drop on top and then curing it all together will really secure that in there. All Alright, now that that's all done, it's time to work more on the front. But now that it has a bail that is going to make it uneven and wobbly, I need to put it down on something to keep it up off the table. First, just like the other one, we will measure out some film, and then we'll start to glue the film down because I'm a moron and I forgot to fill it with glitter. Which is okay, because later it has an issue anyways. This poor bear charm, camera charm, whatever, it got so messed up. This shaker oil comes from Sophie and Toffee. I have no idea what it is. This is a glow-in-the-dark pigment powder. And of course the glittery alcohol ink, which is not hollow, it is iridescent. I'm going to say it every time. I'm going to try to fill up a syringe, and that is kind of going to work, but the powder wants to be like clumpy, and it's not going to go through. And we're going to see just exactly what happens when you're stupid, because I'm being stupid here. And there it goes. No more shaker film. Well, I mean, it's there, it's just not there. But this gives me the chance to fill it like a proper person. Yay! Shaker, shaker. And of course, with the hollow glitter, this time it's pink. I wanted everything in this one to be pink except for the glow-in-the-dark powder, which is, what was it, aqua? It'll look pink in the light, though. More top coat, more curing. It's all good. This little guy ends up pretty well. There's still a couple more issues with him, though. Filling it is a lot easier when I'm not trying to get powder through. Have to make sure that it's clean of oils, though, or the doming coat won't stick. It's going to have issues anyways. I didn't really notice that there were a couple of extra places where I could have put little shaker things, so I just filled them in completely. Here, we're going to find out that it created a little volcano at the end. See the little hole? Ugh, little volcano. Oil everywhere. So we're going to file that down and then put a little drop of UV resin on it to hopefully seal it up properly. And it works. It's a little ugly, but it works. And that's all that matters. The rest of it's super cute. You might not even notice its little volcano hole. Charged up. It looks really good. For the final project, we're just going to do one simple ornament, no frills, no weirdness. This is the last of my UV resin, so I'm not going to be able to do what I wanted to do, which is make the deer a different color, but I think it looks pretty well as it is. This glitter is supposed to be green and red. It's really more like green and magenta, but that green is so dark that it looks black in all of the videos. It's really not. It's green. It's beautiful in person. I swear, it's much more glittery in person. You can see here I had a little bit of trouble getting that out. Don't just yank it out. All you're going to do is rip it. So just pop it out with a tool. And I think this came out really cute.
Well, I think those worked out pretty well. Let's look at them in the order we made them. First, the house. Okay, next we have the little camera with the bear face for a lens, which I messed up in a multitude of ways, but you know what? After this video, nobody's gonna see it. So I made a bunch of mistakes so you don't have to. Last but not least, the deer. So everything came out in the end pretty well. The poor little camera got messed up quite a bit, but that's on me. It's been a long time since I've made an actual shaker charm with liquid in it. I've been making them dry recently just because to do something different. So one more Sophie and Toffee box down, and we'll have another one later this month whenever it comes in. Hopefully it comes in this month, we'll see. So yeah, thank you for visiting, and until next week, stay safe. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I am Disco Kitty. No, that's not how I'm doing it anymore. Oh, there's a hair on my hat. Alright, let's start that again. Chunky 20-sided mold. Okay, this is just not working. Previous or other. You know what? This isn't working. Blech. Hi.
Oh, come here, get all the glitter.
Oh, there's your big belly. Oh no, we don't like being on our back. I just woke him up. That was a good sniffing. That was a good sniffing, yeah. He's a good boy.